Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I am diving into the casserole lane. We have chicken and broccoli casserole, guys. We are sticking with the meals that's under $15. So we're gonna hop right into this video. So first you want to start off with a bunch of broccoli, one bunch. Mine was extremely big. I don't know why I picked up such a big one, but you can use a medium size bunch, and you just want to cut up your broccoli into nice size pieces, bite-sized pieces actually. And then once you get them all cut up, you then of course want to clean your broccoli off, and then we're going to steam our broccoli for about 2 to 3 minutes just to get that crunch off your broccoli. And then we're going to move on to our chicken. I have some chicken some thinly sliced chicken breasts. You can use the thick, you can use any part of the chicken you want to actually, but I'm only going to use about 1.5 pounds of chicken, and I'm going to cut them up also into some bite-sized pieces. And once you cut up all of your chicken, then we want to season our chicken. I like to season mine with some garlic powder, some black pepper, splash of salt, some paprika, some seasoned oil, and some ground cumin, and actually a splash of Italian seasonings. This is your preference. You can use whatever type of seasonings you want to, but whatever you use, make sure you season that chicken very, very good. Once you season your chicken, you want to put a pot on a stove, and I have my stove on a medium heat. I put a tablespoon of grapeseed oil in, 2 tablespoons of butter, let that melt, and then I added in my chicken. I'm just going to cook them for about 6 to 7 minutes until the chicken is nice and tender. It's going to finish cooking in the oven, so it's okay if it's a little pink. Once it's about 6 to 7 minutes later, you want to remove all of the chicken from your pot, but leave all the excess juice in the pot, because then we're going to throw our uncooked rice in there. I'm using Uncle Ben's white rice. You can use whatever type of rice you want to use. Just follow the box instructions. I made enough for 6 people. On the box it says 6 servings. That's how much rice I use. I think it was about 1.5 cups of rice, and then instead of using water, I use chicken broth. And I put 3.5 cups of chicken broth in there. I just followed the box instructions. And then I diced up a medium onion, threw my onions in there, put my lid on top, and I'm just going to let that cook until the chicken broth, you want it to reduce till it's about 10% of chicken broth left. You see how it's just a little bit left. You want to mix that around. Then we're going to add in our broccoli that we steamed for about 2 to 3 minutes. Add that to it, mix it around, and then that chicken that we let saute, we want to add that back to it along with all the excess juices from the plate. Mix that all around, and then we want to add 1 can of cream of chicken soup. Guys, I like to use 1 can of cream of chicken soup and then 1 can of cream of celery. You can also do 1 can of cream of mushroom. It's just your preference. You can do 2 cans of cream of chicken. You can just do cream of celery. It's literally what you want. I like to do both, cream of chicken and cream of celery, and then 2 tablespoons of sour cream. I'm going to mix that all together. And once it's mixed all together and it starts looking like some guap, because to me, that's what that looked like. It just looked like guap, but it has so much flavor. It's absolutely delicious. You want to then throw in some cheese. Use whatever type of cheese you want to. But the cheese that I like to use is cheddar cheese. You can use mild or sharp. I like to use, today I had mild, so that's what I used. But I have used sharp in the past, and it tastes just fine. Once your cheese is incorporated, you want to taste this before you put this in your oven. So you want to taste it so you can adjust your seasonings. I tasted mine, and I was like, it needs a little bit more garlic powder, a little bit more black pepper. Once you get it to your desired taste, mix it all around again. Taste it one more time just to make sure everything is really good. I think I got a little carried away with the tasting. I was just like, let me taste one more time because it was so good. But once you do all that, we are going to transfer what's in the pot into our pan. I'm using a tin pan. I'm going to spray it down with some butter. Y'all know what it's called. I'm going to spray that down. I'm going to transfer everything from the pot into my tin pan, and then I am going to take some cheese and I'm going to put a layer of cheese on top, and then I'm going to cover it with some tin foil. And this is important. You want to cover with tin foil. We're going to take it back out and then take the tin foil off, but right now we're going to put this in the oven. My oven is preheated to 350 degrees, and I'm going to put this in my oven for 20 minutes. 20 minutes later, it should come out looking something like this when you take your tinfoil off. And this is the part where we're going to make our crust on top of a casserole. I feel like every good casserole has some type of crust. I took Ritz crackers and just crunched them all up. And I put 1 tablespoon of butter in my Ritz crackers. And I'm just going to place that all on top, sprinkle it all on top as much as you want to. And then I cut my oven up to 400 degrees. And I'm going to place this back in my oven for 10 minutes. And baby, look what we got here. Chicken and broccoli casserole, guys. This is absolutely gorgeous, and it's so cheesy, and it's so good. And if you don't want to do rice, you don't have to put a starch in there. You can just do chicken and broccoli. Or if you don't want to do rice, you can do a pasta. It's your preference. But y'all know I was gonna scoop up in there to let y'all see what it looked like inside. And baby, ma'am. The video don't do this thing justice, because it was like steaming and hitting my face, giving me a facial. It's so good, and it's so much flavor. Less than $15. And this is such an easy meal to prepare during the weekday. And you can prep it on like a Sunday and then put it in your refrigerator, pop it in the oven on like a Tuesday if you want to. But that's pretty much it, guys. Really, really delicious. That's it. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you guys are washing your hands, and I will see you guys at my next video.